You acting so brand new, but I figured you out. But you switch up when there's no one around. I remember when you was holding me down, but I figured you out.
So this part of Dublin on the south side of the Liffey, like I said, it's Grand Canal Dock. It's like a lot of cities around Europe. It's an area of dockland that's been reclaimed or redeveloped over the last 20 years, and they've done a great job in it. So we have behind me here hotel and a theatre, and then over on the far side of the dock we have apartments and all the office blocks. Google are based over there. They own most of the office buildings over there, but the architecture around here is fantastic, and really enjoy coming here and just having a wander around, and it's absolutely cracking day today. So my plan was to come in and get some reflection shots from the water here in the actual dock, but there's a little bit of a breeze and it's causing ripples, and I'm just not feeling it. Took a few test ones, and you know, with like 1 second exposure sort of thing, and yeah, I just think it's a bit ripply, a bit too much breeze. But I'm going to stick with it, and just like I said, I'm just going to wander around and take a lot of shots with reflections in mind, because there's so many shiny surfaces around here between the glass and the water and the stainless steel. It's not hard to find a good reflection. So I'm going to keep on doing this. It's probably going to be short and sweet today, but nevertheless, let's give it a go and see what I get.
You acting so brand new, but I figured you out. But you switch up when there's no one around. I remember when you was holding me down, but I figured you out.
So I spotted this cool little moped, and obviously a pair of mirrors sticking off it, which giving off, you know, really cool reflections of the buildings behind it. So I took a shot at that, about 150mm, and converted it to black and white. I think it made it pop a bit more, and I thought the colours on the taxi on the left frame were a bit distracting. So yeah, I like that. So this is Boland's Mill, and clearly you can see the old mill there. So obviously this has all been redeveloped, and I think they're all Google offices there, but it's sitting in here on the water, and it's a lovely spot. And the sun is just behind it, so I'm trying to get some shots excluding the sun, so I'm using the shadows here, and I'm going to play around. But yeah, this is a really nice area for shooting. I just really like these buildings. They're pretty cool, aren't they? So the light reflecting off the office block glass caught my eye on this. So zoomed into 160mm and just kept it on portrait there, just to get a snap of a portion of the building. And I think it has kind of an abstract feel to it, and obviously lots of reflections going on. So yeah, I like that.
You acting so brand new, but I figured you out. But you switch up when there's no one around. I remember when you was holding me down, but I figured you.
So the buildings behind me, hopefully you can hear me with all the Kango hammers going on, is one of the many Google offices here. But I really like this bridge here, which is kind of unusual for Dublin. So we're just getting a few shots of the actual, like, I'm really focusing on the shapes in the bridge and the glass on the bridge, and trying to get something interesting there. It might look good in black and white. I was actually here yesterday and got a few shots of it. I taken quite a few shots outside, and the Google security came out and started asking me lots of questions, and I'm like, taking photos. Have to lapse the public street, so literally exact same things just have to happen in here again. Standing on the public street here, and the security comes up to me and starts telling me I can't take photos on a public street in Dublin, which is quite funny. So I told him where to go, who to contact, and first time that's happened to me anyway. But anyway, take a few shots of this and see how it turns out. I think converting this photo of the walkway black and white really make it pop. There's a lot of contrast going on there with the bright areas and the dark areas and the light reflecting off the windows. I really dig the curve of the bridge and the straight lines of the building, and I think that sign really makes it pop. It almost looks like I've put a text onto the photo, so very happy with that shot. This image was taken just around the corner from the previous one, and I love the light reflecting off reflecting off the windows and the old mill, and just the autumn colors in the scene really caught my eye. So I think it makes for like a really good portrait orientated image. This long building here is one of the few remaining old buildings from the area. I think it's a home and studios now. So again, lots of reflections going on, reflected the buildings in the water, the sun shining in the water, and then obviously clouds and sky reflected off the windows. So I just flew the drone there for about 2 or 3 minutes and proceeded to get attacked by all the seagulls here in the dock. So it was pretty bloody sketchy. So I had to take it down fairly rapid because they literally chased it the whole way down to the landing. So something to look out for if you're here flying drones. But yeah, I'm just wandering around. I won't lie to you, it's kind of difficult today. More so making the video and taking the photos. I really enjoy taking photos in town and in the city. It's great, but trying to do it and shoot a video at the same time, it's kind of difficult. I find it hard to I can't really go through every shot I set up because I'm doing a lot of handheld stuff here. There are people roaming behind me here, but yeah, so you have to forgive me on that. I might just review the few shots I got and talk about why I took them. But yeah, like you can see, it's a lot of hustle and bustle down here, and it's a great spot. Highly recommend it. So look, I'm going to stop rambling here and keep on going, and I'll see, can I get 1 or 2 more? Hopefully so. And I may throw up 1 or 2 that I took previously when the conditions were better and I wasn't hauling around camera gear with me. We can have a look at what you can get here. Okay, I'll keep going. Well, this shot here I got a couple of years ago on a very early in the morning, just after dawn, when conditions were really perfect and the water was flat smooth. So I really loved this shot. It was like a 6-second exposure, and obviously you can see it's just perfect reflections off the water, and it's just a mirror of the buildings on both sides. And yeah, it's actually one of my favorite shots. Right, so I finally found a composition that might get a maybe 1-second exposure on the water's nice and calm here, and I'm in under the shade because the sun is beaming down over there. But yeah, these 3 buildings here look really cool, and you've got Boland's Mills there, been there for donkey's years, and then the 3 office blocks beside it. So I'm setting it up. I'm going to do a portrait, and I'm doing it about 1-second exposure. I don't know if you can see that there, and they're coming out all right. I'll throw it up on the screen, anywho. But yeah, this spot here is pretty good. If you're in Dublin, it's just got this bridge here going over the canal, and then there's like a tower block beside it, and there's a little area where you can just hop over a fence and come in here, so we can get some nice shots of this office block. So let's take a photo. I think this shot came out really quite well. The 3 tower blocks here and the Boland's Mills, they make for a great subject, and it's a lovely composition. it's worth mentioning, and I should have said it earlier on, I had no polarized filter in use today, because the use of that would have eliminated a lot of reflections. So in order to get the 1 second shutter speed here, I used an ND64 filter. So it allowed me to draw out the shutter speed slightly. So yeah, I'm really happy with that shot. This final image here, I think it's a lovely composition again. I'm really happy with this. I had to go with a 2-shot pano because I couldn't shoot this in landscape in one shot. I would have cut off the top of the buildings and the bottom of the buildings in the reflection. So in order to get all the vertical building and reflections in frame, I had to go with a 2-shot pano in portrait mode and blend them together. And I think it came out really well, actually. I'm quite happy with that last shot. Okay, so that's the end of today's trip around Dublin. Enjoyed taking the photos. A bit difficult making the videos like I discussed earlier on. I can see why people use like a GoPro or Insta360 for like some POV footage. Just make it a little easier. You don't have to be digging out the pocket tree, and you don't have to worry about, putting your bag down on the foot ground the whole time we're walking away. So it's difficult in that aspect to kind of enjoy the landscape, vlogging a bit more, a bit less stressful. But overall, look, had a great day. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully got a decent shot here or there. And yeah, and like I said, probably in the next video it'll be out and about, somewhere a little less stressful. But I do love Dublin city centre. There's so much to see here, some great architecture. I'll definitely be back. So listen, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, hit a comment, and definitely subscribe. And thanks a million to all the people who subscribed over the last few weeks. It's really great. And so from sunny Dublin, I love yous and leave yous, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.